Hello, underachievers! So, before we get into the video, I have a few things that I need to say and announce. First thing is that my new song, After Therapy, is out now. There's also a music video for it, and you should stream the hell out of the song on Spotify, and send it to your mom and your dad, and add it to all your playlists. Links in the description below. Also, some exciting news if you are living in the UK, we have added 2 new dates to my UK tour, and we've also upgraded 2 of the venues. So, here they are. If you were living in the South and you were feeling quite left out that there weren't many shows, down south, we added a show for May 12th in Southampton. So if you're living in Southampton, if you're living in other places that are south, such as, I don't know. But if you want to see me on tour in a place that is closer to you, then click the link in my description. There's a new date there. And also because the London show sold out quite quick, we have added a brand new London show in the same venue 2 days later on the 18th of September. Also, yeah, I am going on tour in America. Look at all these places that I am touring. All the shows are all ages apart from the 2 shows, one in LA, which is 16 plus, and one in Denver, which is 16 plus. All the other shows are all ages, so don't think that because it's a little gig, maybe in a pub, that you can't go. You can go, it's all ages. Click the link in the description. So, LGBT-phobia, a phobia of the gays. Not exactly a fear. LGBT-phobes do not fear the LGBT, they just do not like us that much. Because they're ugly. So today we're going to be reacting to some LGBT-phobic TikToks, because I asked you guys to send me some, and boy, you did that. Oh yeah, I feel like I shouldn't have to say this by the way, but if you see any of these TikToks on your TikTok, do not interact with them, don't comment, because it just boosts their TikTok. Just watch the TikToks here and we can giggle. So, here is a completely unexpected TikTok. No way is this person a homophobe. So, this says, things I don't support as a Christian conservative. Can we take a guess? 3, 2, 1, guess 2 things that this Christian will not support. Have you commented? Okay, good. So, let's see. Abortion, of course. That aligns with, a lot of the very, strict Christian, mindsets. This channel is a pro-abortion channel. If you want an abortion, get an abortion. If you don't, just don't. Isn't that a great thing? Having the freedom to choose what you want to do with your body. What else does she not support? LGBTQ. Well, lucky for the intersex people and the asexuals and the aromantics, she did not include the IA, so maybe she is fond of you guys. The final thing she does not support is taking guns away. I've never lived in a country where people are really excited to own guns. I don't think that's a good thing. She ends it by saying, not sorry. So these are really fun TikToks to get on your For You page because these people clearly just want attention. They know people hate them and they get attention from that. I know this video is about people hating LGBTs and I am an LGBT, so I'm doing the same thing, except, I think it's a bit more understandable to hate someone who's a bigot rather than hating someone because they want to have sex with men. I don't know about you. That's just my view. So I actually went on this girl's TikTok, and of course we found some more really fun, really cool TikToks that everybody should watch. So I found this TikTok that says, me, a straight white girl who is Christian, Republican, pro-life, pro-gun, pro-Trump. Jesus. That's a mix. Really exotic.
Wow. I have a lot of people to disappoint today.
Yeah. Yeah, you suck. Sorry. Is that rude? And her bio is, of course, Jesus follower, glory to God for my abilities, 18. Okay, so, we're aware on this channel that not all Christians are homophobic. I feel like quite a lot of them aren't. This is not an anti-Christian video. I myself do not believe in anything like that at all. But if you wanna, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I'm not gonna shame you for it, because there's nothing wrong with it. As long as you don't use it to step on gays. So the first few TikToks that I happened to come across, they are majority straight, white, Christian girls who, they want to let people know that they're straight, white, Christian girls. So here's another quick one. Let's not dwell on it too hard. So this girl says, trying to date today as a straight Christian conservative. I'm sure that must be really difficult. What is it with non-marginalized majorities wanting to be minorities? Because I can tell you right now, I googled it. Religion in the United States. In 2019, Christians represented 65% of the total adult population. There's quite a lot of people you could date. I kind of feel like the reason people aren't dating you is not because you're a Christian. But let's see what she has to say. Maybe she'll redeem herself. My pronouns are... Oh god, that must be so hard. You're right, you could never possibly date somebody with pronouns. I'm all for feminism, can you pay? I have never understood... Okay, but back when I was a girl, this is a view that I had back then. I still could not understand, why, it was a bad thing to pay equally for the bill when you go out on a date. That feels weird to me. I'm pretty sure the whole idea that men should pay on a date originated from the fact that women didn't work. back in the day. But we're not like that anymore. You know, if you don't want to work, that's your own thing. But it's a bit weird to expect the guy to pay, right? As an adult, unless he's your daddy, not that one. Unless he's your dad. But okay, she would not date someone with pronouns. She would not date somebody who expects her to pay for her own food. Isn't that crazy? Going somewhere and asking for food and they're not paying for it. Jesus was a socialist. Oh, she can't help but roll her eyes at that one. She's really going through a struggle, you know. Do these people realize that people aren't dating them because they're unlikable and not because they're Christian, or because they're white, or because they're conservative? Because, you know, there are plenty other conservatives that you could date. So, the next one says, name 3 genders, and this person says male, female, and non-binary. This is an interesting one, and I may be completely incorrect, and I'd love for people who are non-binary to comment below and explain it to me. I've had a bunch of non-binary people tell me that being non-binary isn't a gender because it's actually not one of the binary genders, it's its own separate thing. But I've also had a bunch of non-binary people say that it is a gender. Either way, doesn't matter. They're just categories, but interesting question.
Okay, pals, and that's what I like to call a little game of 2 truths and 1 lie. Who can guess the lie? You? Can you?
I hate when I find conservatives funny. It's bad. It's not right. It's bad. It's Lgbt-Phobic. You know, I can appreciate that, but it was very well delivered. Bad, Callie! I also just never understood the whole fascination with how many genders there are. Why does it matter? Who cares? Like, who? Like, I feel like the only people who care about that are the people that don't want to accept non-binary people. Because why on earth would you care otherwise? So this person says, I am an openly non-binary trans preschool teacher. I talk to my students about pronouns, transness, gender expression, and sexuality.
I just am never gonna understand why this lady gets to teach.
Bad start. This person? Why? You did that on purpose, Dryden Joss. Oh, that is not your name. That is not your name. Sorry, let's start again.
I just am never gonna understand why this
person
gets to teach 4-year-olds about gender, pronouns, and, you know, they can't even think yet.
I could think when I was 4. I was thinking lots when I was 4, to be honest. Actually, when I was 4, I was thinking about the fact that I didn't have a and how upsetting that was. And, you know, when I was 4 years old, I would make packers out of Play-Doh. I would make fake willies and put them in my pants and be like, ah, much better. So I was doing plenty of thinking then. Maybe, I'm not gonna insult this person. I'm not gonna do it. Maybe you were not thinking, and that's okay. We're all different.
Meanwhile, as soon as you bring a child to church and let them know that there's a God who loves them and wants the best for them, suddenly that's indoctrination.
Why? Why do people always conflate these two things? Also, it's fine when you tell kids that trans people exist and gay people are real, but when I take my kids to church and read them fan fiction written about a guy that lived thousands of years ago, that's not okay. I don't see the similarities. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but why do so many American Christians think that they are minorities? They're not. Telling kids that trans people exist and gay people are real is not indoctrination. That's just a fact of life. You can have your own religious beliefs. I just think it's weird as to force your religious beliefs on a child. I really do just think that it's absolutely fine to be religious, but to tell a kid that this thing that may or may not be real is real and you'll go to hell if you don't believe in this thing, that's weird. That is strange. That is strange.
I don't know, maybe we should just stop sexualizing children who are under the age of 4. That would be a good start.
I hate this. It irritates me. It irritates me. So when you read your kids a bedtime story and you say, there was a mummy and there was a daddy and they have a kid and they loved each other very much. That's not sexualizing a kid, because it's not. But when you say, there was a man and another man and they had a kid and they loved each other very much, that is sexualizing a kid? This has nothing to do with sexualizing anybody. Please Google what sexualizing means. Homophobes just think gay people are icky, so they just pretend that they're doing something inherently bad by just living and being themselves, and letting kids know that, hey, in the future, you may end up like me, and that's entirely fine. Okay, next one. POV, you're known for turning lesbians straight. No, you're not. You're not known for that, no. What is this weird male fantasy of turning lesbians straight? Like, genuinely, what is that? Is that like a power play thing? Do these guys seriously think that they're that desirable that they can completely change someone's sexuality? They can't! You're strange! So, because it's copyright, you can't hear the audio for this, but it's actually Brendan Urie, Panic at the Disco, singing, I write sins, not tragedies, you know? So she says, me sharing how I love homosexuals, but I don't support the community or their choices. I love you, but I don't like you, or your friends, or the things you do. But I love you. I really love you. Oh no, a Karen said you were homophobic for being homophobic? That's so crazy. So she doesn't hate gay people. She loves gay people. And she also loves to bookmark specific verses in the Bible, where the Bible says, I hate gay people. It doesn't, you know, there's mistranslations, we know this, but this is weird. You're deranged. This is weird. They think we're delusional. This is strange. Ooh, so we got a bit of Ben Shapiro with a trans woman. Let's see how this goes.
I'm just gonna post this every time people ask me the same questions over and over again. My name's Farah. I am a trans woman, as well as an intersex woman. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, or your grace.
My favorite thing is when trans people are like, yeah, my pronouns are your majesty. Call me your majesty, and conservatives get really upset. They're like, but what if I wanted to be called sir? Or king, huh? It really angers them for some reason, and it's very funny.
My eyes are tattooed. My nose is a piercing. I identify as a threat, a nightmare, and a goddess, so please bow down to me.
I love how, like, homophobes and transphobes hate us so much that they can't understand a joke when they see one. I feel like these people are more snowflakey than us. I've never said that before. Okay, so I'm sure this is a TikTok that people were expecting. There was this singer who is bisexual, who made a song and it went viral on TikTok. I first heard it and I was like, oh, I like the melody of this. And then I listened to the lyrics. The lyrics are, hey mum, I like boys too. I'm not a raging, full-on derogatory word for lesbian. Wait, I was for like a second. This is like the equivalent of me being like, hey mum, I like boys too. I'm not a raging full-on well, I was for a bit. Bad! It's very strange how a lot of homophobia and a lot of transphobia comes from the LGBT community itself. This is a problem that we need to get sorted. But this was not a vibe. So, we've gotten onto gay Republican TikTok. Let's see what this gay Republican has to say. This TikTok is about dating as a gay Republican.
So my mother literally just asked me why I'm still single. And I'm like, okay, mom, here's 10 fingers. This is representative of the whole gay population. All right, I need to find a man that doesn't do drugs. Okay, well, that's out.
All gay people do drugs. Just because some smoke a little weed, not everyone does that.
A man that believes that I can still be a Republican even if they're not. Okay.
Oh, I think everybody believes you can be a Republican when they're not a Republican. The problem isn't belief. The problem is that as a gay man, you're supporting a homophobic party. I feel like that makes more sense. So I would just explain that to your mum right now. Hi, gay Republican mum. Your son is still single because he's homophobic and gay. Usually when you're trying to, you know, hook up with someone, you're trying to, you know, have a relationship with someone, you probably shouldn't be homophobic if you're trying to get in a gay relationship. Just a tip.
One that's respectful, one that's kind.
Have you... Yes, it is very hard to find a respectful and kind gay person. Where are all the respectful and kind gays? Where are they?
And monogamous, like really monogamous, like not texting your exes. So if you're texting your exes, you're not mine.
I did not know that in order to be monogamous, you cannot text people that you used to date. I wasn't aware of that requirement. Luckily, I don't have an ex, so I can kiss as many guys as I want.
If you're texting any past hookups because you're saying that they're your friend, absolutely not. They're not your friend.
But they are. You can suck a buddy's and still be friends. It happens.
One that doesn't care that I'm a Republican. I know I said that one, but that just seems to be more of a hurtful situation rather than, you know, texting exes and being whores. So there we go. One that actually can communicate their feelings, even though they have daddy issues. Okay, I'm fine with the daddy issues, not fine with poor communication.
Why does this gay guy hate gay people so much?
One that doesn't put their gender in their bios. Okay.
These people are so pathetic. They are so pathetic. You're so f***ing fussy. There is a problem with you to be making this TikTok. Like, there is a lot of homophobia going on in there. And I know you're not going to address it, but Jesus.
And then, I don't know, did I say respect? Did I say monogamy? Oh, one that doesn't believe in around when they're in a relationship. Okay.
But if it's consensual just say you don't want to be cheated on. That's fine. You don't have to call people because they don't, you know, necessarily want to be completely monogamous. That's a consensual thing in their relationship. Why the hell do you care? Why do you care about that? Why does that make you so angry?
Literally, let's see count how many people are left. Make us send help.
Next. So, I did not expect to be finding Charlie the Unicorn audio on TikTok in 2022, but let's go.
Sean the non-believer. Sean.
Yeah.
Why do they have to be attractive? Is my issue. My issue is that, you know, I do not like when Republicans are attractive. It makes it less easy to make fun of them. So this next TikTok, POV, you liked because it's weird to be LGBTQ at 12. So if you like this tweet, you agree that being LGBTQ at 12 is weird. I don't know. I think you probably just think LGBTQ people are weird in general. I don't know what it is with homophobes and transphobes who love to take out their homophobia and transphobia on children. That's a weird thing. The UK TERF system, the UK TERF society loves taking hits at the, you know, the young trans kids in our community. I think it is weirder to be making TikToks about LGBTQ 12-year-olds as an adult than it is to be LGBTQ at 12. As I said earlier, when I was 4, I was making fake and putting them all up in my pants. I was doing that. I was also very much into men. And I'm sure you would think that's a straight thing. So let's think of someone else. Hello, gay people. I am addressing you directly. Say hello, Noah. Hello, gay people. When you were 12 years old, did you know you were gay? Did you know you were bi? Did you know you were pan? Did you know you were trans? It doesn't mean that you're not gay or any of those things if you didn't know when you were 12. But if you were 12 and you knew, you're weird. I'm joking. You're not weird. This is a weird TikTok to make. I don't know why this is a thing that homophobes haven't thought about, but, you know, if you're a homophobe and at age 12, you're a guy and you fancied girls, you know, you were a little 12-year-old and you fancied Emma Watson, you watched a bit of Harry Potter, oh, God. You watched a bit of Harry Potter and you fancied Emma Watson. That's weird, right? It's weird that you experience attraction as a child. It's not, it's completely normal. People hit puberty before the age of 12. I started my period at 11 and I definitely had crushes on boys. I was also very aware at the age of 11 that I did not want to grow boobs. I want to just grow up and have a deep voice and a beard. So this comment says, bro, why are they customizing their characters so early? They should have a level look. It's funny. So here is a man who refuses to walk on LGBTQ stairs. And there's the king, the crown emoji next to him. This is really cool. This is super vibey behavior. You don't look like an idiot. They call us weird creeps, but this guy won't even walk up the stairs because they're rainbow colored. Very strange. So the next TikTok says, where do the other 70 genders use the bathroom in public? I'm curious. Your mum's mouth. They in your mother's mouth. So we have a couple more TikToks. Let's end on a great note. So here's one about pronouns.
What's one thing that you can say that'll trigger an entire generation?
No one gives a f*** about your pronouns.
I just feel like by the fact that you made a TikTok about someone's pronouns, you probably care at least a little bit. You care the tiniest bit. Homophobes, transphobes, they love to be like, I don't care who you sleep with, I don't care what you look like, I don't care what gender you identify with, just don't put it in my face. They do care. They care probably more than we do, because it confuses their little brains. They don't understand it. And the last TikTok, here's a good one.
You know you're privileged when the only problem you're worrying about right now is people who don't even know you misgendering you.
So, somebody can be upset that they've been misgendered and also have other problems. Just because something doesn't upset you does not mean it's not going to upset somebody else. You know you're privileged when the only problem you have is people saying you have stupid eyebrows. Do you think people should just not care about things? Do you think because there are children starving that you can't care about things that upset you?
Like, there are people who are starving in the streets there.
I didn't even know she was going to say that, of course.
And you're going to throw a hissy fit just because somebody who probably doesn't even know you misgenders you?
Okay, so one, I've never actually seen this in real life. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I have never seen somebody throw a hissy fit because somebody got their pronouns wrong. I understand being upset about being misgendered. That affects people differently. But there can be more than one problem in the world at one time. You know that time I got a kidney infection? I should have just stayed home. I didn't need to go to the doctors because there are people that are dying. So why would I care about myself when other people have it worse? Do you see how stupid that sounds?
Like, who cares? There are bigger issues in the world. I'm sorry, I respect people's pronouns, but that should not be something you should throw a hissy fit over when there are bigger issues in life, okay?
I guarantee you I could push your buttons. I could push your buttons and tell you shouldn't be having a hissy fit about the buttons that I'm pushing. I could do it. I won't, but I could.
It's kind of a privilege when people misgendering you is the one thing that triggers you the most.
A privilege. Do you know what a privilege is?
I'm sorry, like there are people who are worried about, going hungry at one night. People who are worried that they might be... And you're worried about how people are going to refer to you? I'm sorry, I'm not invalidating people's pronouns, but there's more to life than freaking pronouns, okay? There's bigger issues in life.
Hey guys, I know you're having a hard time right now. I know people at school may bully you, they may misgender you on purpose. They may, purposely try and hurt your feelings. They say mean things about you, but consider this. There is more to life than pronouns, okay? I know you didn't consider that before. You're welcome. But nah, that was the last TikTok. Wow, what a wonderful, incredible world we live in. Is it not the best? But anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that sucks. If you did, that's cool. Also, if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. That's the end of the video. Have a good day. I don't see you later, losers. Check out all the links in my description. You feel that?